Also, nice little fires here and there. I guess it's like swamp gases catching
Yeah,
fire
exactly. That was
spontaneously.
the idea.
Were they in the movie, or did you just come up with it yourself?
I think they were in the first movie actually, when they are in the first swamp, and there the hobbits also encounter these skeletal or undead figures
Huh.
below the surface of the water, and this is why I put revenants to pop out of the swamp holes here.
That reminds me of the thing which I liked the most from the BTS-X streams that I watched. From the whole WOD, there's like one place where you go. I think there's like water or maybe other liquid, and you go in to another shore, like in that place where I got the blue armor, something of a similar style of place, and there's like one imp that slowly rises from the water, and everyone just loves that guy because he's like completely pointless but funny as hell. Everyone refers to him as bog imp or something like that, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the. Let's see. Yeah, they pop up way more quickly than he did, as far as I remember. Of course, if they popped out slow, it would make them pretty vulnerable to my attacks. Yeah, in Doom everything is quick and fast and action-packed, except for Lost Souls when they are bounced back and just slowly float towards the nearest
that's
wall.
awful.
That's the funniest thing in Doom, by default, without like mappers doing something deliberately funny. Okay, there's starting to be some non-linearity here. Interesting. Also, I have no idea how easy it would be to do in Doom, but in every game where there is like fog and sky, these two components, I always complain when fog is one color and sky is another color, because fog also should cover the sky, because it doesn't work like this.
Actually it does, but only in GZ Doom, unfortunately. It's a feature that's exclusive to the GZ Doom renderer, and I actually added it to the game.
So if I was playing in GZ Doom, this would look quite different in that regard?
Yeah, I think. I don't know if it's in this level, to be honest. I think I added it here, but I don't want to swear it right now because only part of the level is in fog. But yeah, no, it's in great part fog. So yeah, it should be foggy here as well in GZ Doom, and especially the first chapter, where there's pretty much fog everywhere.
Well, but in that chapter the skies were much closer colors, so it's not as important there. And I think the fog, most of the fog there, at least I perceived it as less like real actual fog and more like the effect of rain in the distance, where you can slowly see less and less, because, well, I am not sure, but I don't think that fog and rain really happen at the same time usually, because if there's rain, it usually just kind of...
Yeah, maybe not, but...
drops it all down, I don't know. I haven't seen much fog IRL.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen around here too often.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the sky fog for GZ Doom was pretty much the last feature that I put into DTS-T before release, because I had someone commenting in the GZ Doom forums that he would like that feature, and yeah, I was sitting there like figuring out how to do it last minute. And there was a bit of a tricky situation where it's going from the Divine Chasm to the Morbus Death Cathedral. Maybe you remember that?
Of course, why wouldn't I? I remember that place.
Because there is that sandy, foggy environment in the chasm, but it's not foggy in oh yeah, I'll give you a moment to hold your breath and look at the gate. Yeah, it's not foggy in the Death Cathedral level, so I had to find out a way how to make the transition not look ugly in GZ Doom, and I actually sat there the last night before release writing a script that, you know, makes a gradual transition between fogged and non-fogged sky when you cross a certain line in the level. That was a bit of a hairy thing to do last minute, but I kind of managed it and then put
now
the feature.
I really want to see that at some point. Well, as I was planning to replay this world eventually at some point, I'm of course going to replay it in GZ Doom for maximum difference from my original playthrough.
Yeah, you should do that. You could do an ultraviolence.
Yes, ultraviolence GZ Doom just like that, and maybe with full mouse look and stuff like that, so I don't have to like constantly press the button. I'm not even sure why I disable it after just using it once. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to playing like this, only horizontally looking. Yeah, sounds from what you told me, sounds like it does benefit from GZ Doom quite a lot in some areas, and now I don't know, I feel like I should have switched to GZ Doom like the first instant that I realized that somewhere around the desert episode.
Well,
but maybe it would be
it's not that I spent weeks and weeks tuning for GZ Doom. It was more the last minute fixes to you know make it not be broken or ugly in GZ Doom. And I also tweaked some light sectors here and there, yeah, in order to support both engines.
Why can't I fit here? Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff with that has to do with like the colors, limited palette in software mode. It's like transparency with all the dust effects, dust wind, and the fog effects. They should really look much better when they are not limited by the standard palette. And that's the desert would be like the perfect place to realize that for the best experience I should have been playing it in GZ Doom, but I decided that I should maintain for consistency, maintain the type that I started with. But I don't know, I guess you can imagine how it would look like, and whoa, suddenly a lot of rockets. The places that look good that look like especially good, like the last level, they look good in software also. And the GZ Doom will just like add a little bit more polish to the looks.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you remember there were one or two occasions where I said, yeah, this looks slightly better in GZ Doom, but yeah, it's not that you cannot enjoy it here.
Well, yeah, the software renderer certainly adds a little bit of extra nostalgic factor for me, because I really prefer Doom, but if there is no difference, I always play in software, just for that, for the nostalgia of it. I don't know, I don't really, especially I can handle the textures, but when the sprites, how they become like all soft and it just looks so stupid. And
there is one thing that I'm wondering right now, because if you look at the towers, the offsetting looks completely off. And I'm wondering why that is the case, because I spent like 5 hours tuning these two towers, because with the upstretched textures it was very difficult to do that. Do you have some compatibility option maybe on that would, you know, fuck this up or something? I'm not really sure about that, because I'm absolutely sure that these towers should look aligned properly.
I think it's just one of those things that's inconsistent in how it looks between software and hardware, maybe. I don't know. My stretch textures, which are made in different way, they look exactly the same in both types. But maybe when you do it via scripting, maybe it's not very like worked out well in the engine. Well, it sounds like the less convenient way to do it. So maybe it's not like supported completely. But I actually, if you hadn't said that, it doesn't look really like. Doesn't stand out as well. I can see now that there's like a bit of vertical misalignment here, but that's also, I don't know. Only thing I can think of, even though I switched this around and nothing really changed, but maybe some options. Yeah, some options don't appear to be affected at all. There is one option around here about.
The first one says something about textures. Up the list. Yeah,
but no, that's
fine. No, that's not it. Probably.
Yeah, that's not. I remember having some bugs like this in Z-Doom versus GZ Doom with textures that have the lower unpegged flag or something like that. They even in the editor and everywhere else they looked correct, but specifically in Z-Doom, when you in-game, they just kind of get shifted around in some completely random fashion. Well, random to me, because I don't understand how it worked. But I remember that initially I just kind of went around it by turning the flag maybe off the unpegged and changing its offsets manually, but then I found that I think there was some compatibility flag, but I don't know. It would
yeah, maybe
be,
after the recording I'll
it's
just
not
spend
worth.
some minutes trying to find out why this is fucked up.
Yeah, I'll make a separate save here, so after we finish I can turn here and actually spend time looking through the
Oh, that's good, yeah.
compatibility options, because right now I feel it's not a very good thing to do for the Let's
No,
Play.
I don't think people would be very happy to watch the same old misaligned wall for 10 minutes.
Well, it would be completely different if the wall was aligned. I think if a aligned wall they would be happy to watch for like half an hour. But misaligned, no, that's just too much. Even if I talk about something like absolutely fascinating, also best place to save as usual.
I noticed that you never reload when you come badly wounded from a situation.
Nah, yeah, that feels like exploiting to me my ability to reload. I only use it in the direst of situations where I completely like die.
That's interesting, because I just load sometimes when I come off of a situation too bad, and not every time. I'm also very happy saving with 1% health sometimes, but well, it's not a rule for me. It's just how I feel in that specific moment.
I usually do that in games that I'm not like used to how the gameplay works, what I would expect, when I don't know if I should like preserve my resources for an upcoming battle or something. But in Doom, I'm usually confident that unless it's like 100 masterminds without cover or something, most of the time the situations in Doom are such that with a sufficient retries you can not take any damage. Well, but then you do things like that.
Unless you kill yourself.
Yes. But me using rockets here is like half on purpose, like tongue-in-cheek. And I'm at 11 health, and in narrow corridors, and I have imps as enemies. What's the best weapon? Of course, the rocket launcher. Come on, around the corner. Also, that for a second while I was speaking out, that glowing thing on the ceiling here looked like the peace sign for some reason.
No, it's not the fire symbol this time.
Oh. Okay, let's try this again. Ah, yes, that's what screwed me up last time. And I was forgetting that I actually need an enemy on screen to auto-aim up with the rockets.
Like this?
Yep, exactly. Okay, I'm hesitant to step on lava with 11 health, but what the hell. Oh no, I wanted to explore the other tower. Do I still have an opportunity to return there and explore the other tower?
You have to, because
okay.
the switch said that you have to unlock both gates.
Oh, okay. It's not like I
wings.
pay attention to stuff that's happening on the screen, so... Oh no! Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think cyber demons sometimes just don't come in round arenas, but sometimes the arena is a bit more inconvenient. And yeah, I remembered the big trolls that had to work on the gate wings in the movie, and in the movie they had like to, I don't know what's the name, they had to draw a winch or whatever the name is to actually open the gate. And I thought if there are these gigantic creatures in the movie on the gate wings, I should put some cyber demons here in the game that you can do battle with.
I was sure that would work. The cyber demons are just the kind of enemy where you have a slightest slip up and you just die, no matter how much health. Well, unless you have like 2 megaspheres or something. Here it's like it's possible to dodge all the rockets completely reliably in this place, but it's not like I'm very good at it. Theoretically, I should be able to kill him in 2 BFG blasts in this situation, but I have never actually succeeded, I think, in killing a cyber demon in 2 BFG blasts. So, and it doesn't help that I keep strafing right into the rockets and leaning on my chair to the left and right, thinking that it would help. Okay, I'm a bit too late every time. I'm underestimating how slow the BFG is. I'm always fishing for like this, just by chance that something really awesome would happen and he would have like 1 health left and I could finish him with a fist or chainsaw every time that he doesn't die from 2 BFG blasts. It never happens for some reason. If you remember, I showed you like the level with the Pain Cyber Demons, his code name.
Yeah, I
want to spoil. The original, of course, didn't have those. The original had regular Cyber Demons, and I had like a demo of that level recorded for some reason where I ran out of rockets on all of them. But like the last Cyber Demon, I take out the pistol when I run out of rockets, shoot him once, and he dies. And then his rocket catches up to me and kills me. That was a really great demo, but sadly the level was changed after that, and that no longer works or exists even. But that's moments like that are, well, not really are what I'm playing Doom for, but they are really great. I don't think anyone would argue that. Okay, serious this time. People make it look so easy to kill them with 2 blasts. I don't know how they do it. The only difference I can think of is that usually when people do that, they also are in the process, like exactly when the blast hits the Cyber Demon, they are running towards him, not just are close to him, but they're also running. But I can't imagine that player speed also somehow affects the damage from the blast.
I think I never really tried doing that on purpose. Yeah, but 2 blasts should be enough.
Okay.
Well, you should have explored better, more thoroughly.
Alright. Also nice chains here. I thought it might be chains in last time I saw them, but they just kind of stopped in the middle of the ground, I think, or at least I noticed it like that. But here they actually go down the holes, so it's more like chains. And yeah, the winches, I guess they also had huge chains there in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. They had to grab the chains and then pull and push to their limits in order to open that gate, to give everything the sense of being big and heavy.
So that's kind of a dumb planning idea to rely so much on like 2 creatures being at the full strength to open your gates. At least I think that I wouldn't do anything like, even for the effect, emotional effect on the occasional adventurer that passes by. I don't think it's worth it. I'd rather just have like a magically opening. Also, yeah, I think I haven't even killed anyone here. Magically opening door by himself that only like reacts to me and no one else.
I don't think it's in the book actually. I think this is something that the director added to the movie to make it look better or more, how do you say, how overwhelming or something.
Well, yeah, the directors are known to do stuff like that. I wonder if the fans had any outcry like of rage. The book didn't have trolls pulling chains and that place. What the hell, man?
Yeah, they're probably the sort of fans that actually do that.
Yeah. The director should have replied like they just weren't mentioned because they're not that significant. But trust me, I have talked with the right people. I know for a fact that they're implied to be there. Just Tolkien didn't think it was worth mentioning them.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see.
I have actually not seen that Spectre in the Skype video.
Well, it's not like I saw it either. I just heard it.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't have sound.
Yeah,
I actually forgot my own monster placings here and was surprised by it.
Well, Spectres and Dark aren't really surprising anymore. Even just not in this level. This level they kept happening in the caves earlier and everywhere. But well, usually if it's dark, you can expect in Doom, in custom levels, you can expect absolutely. For sure there'll be a couple Spectres. It's well, doesn't really work as well when they have all the sounds. You can still completely like fully hear them and all that. That's why I removed all the sounds from the Spectres in my Doom world, and I also replaced their blood with the fuzzy effect, the same. They are rendered, so they're completely silent and much more hidden like that. Actually, like the effect that's interesting, it's not related to the DTS-T in any fashion, but I see what. But I noticed that demons or just like enemies which do not make a greeting sound when they see you somehow are a bit more frightening than usual. I don't know. Sometimes you don't see that they're there and they see you, but you suddenly get attacked from somewhere that you completely did not expect.
Absolutely.
Just it's well, I have like a variation of another enemy that difference only is well a bit more health, just like a 10 more health, different color, and it does make the sounds. And especially when I place them in the areas where the color is the same that they are, so they are a little bit camouflaged. That's really like you're around the corner, don't see anything, don't notice anything at first, but then like your brain notices that there's actually a cyber demon, a Keiko demon there flying at you and shooting at you, which you didn't register him because he didn't make a sound and he is the same color as the wall behind him. And that the first time it happened to me and I experienced the effect of having no sound, it was like that kind of effect. And I liked it and I left it like that. My initial justification was that there was like a really old Keiko demon. It grew like green over the age, and he was so just serious that he didn't feel the need to actually scream at anything.
Yeah, but, that's cool.
I was hoping for another megasphere here, but yeah, when I noticed that they have that effect, now I'm going to say that it was completely intentional. Also nice that this tower is different in structure inside, not just staircase.
Also the megasphere is missing, and I didn't want to make it all look symmetrical. Even if it appears from the outside, I wanted the interior to be slightly different.
You know, from how they look from outside, they look much taller than what I traverse inside, but I guess it's just an illusion like this, because I don't think you'd bother with like working around it like in some crazy fashion, like silent teleports. Doesn't sound like it's worth it, but I don't know, I don't remember going quite as high on all the ladders in that tower, for example, or the lift being quite as tall in that one.
Actually the actual gate wings, they're also fake.
Whoa. Okay. There's a bit of a loud sound there, and all the rockets flying by me don't really instill much confidence in my ability
there's a lot
to
of
survive.
cyber demons going at you now, and barons as well.
The forces of Gondor have also reached Moranon. Let me guess. No, I'm not even going to guess. I thought maybe I'd have some allies.
Well, they're not really. You're in the middle of something very bad going on, so you'd better get going.
Well, apparently I'm going to get dragged out of the level again by something. Like it always happens, so I just gotta run around. It's not really difficult to dodge all of that when you
Enjoy
have
your
so
last
much.
10 seconds of Middle Earth until you get back to, well, reality.
Wow, that's a lot of fireballs. Looks really pretty. Whoa! Whoa! Far out, man, far out. Okay, I almost fell down. Oh, really?
I can tell you that I feel a lot better now.
Okay.
In fact, I'm feeling stronger by the minute.
I'm glad to hear that, Riley.
I've got a friend here who wants to help you on your mission.
I'm glad to hear that
Trying
also.
to give us some more power for our device here. I will teleport him to your place. You just wait a second, Marine.
Oh, hello, friend. I heard you were going to help me. Oh, what are you doing? No, I did not expect this at all. Oh, I'm so disappointed that this guy attacked me. I thought that we were going to beat the last level together. Oh well. Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna get fooled by that last. Suddenly I'm feeling much better, Marine. If you know what I mean. I'm sending you a friend to play with.
Yeah, I think now everyone should know where this is going.
Well, I think, to be honest, as soon as he got bitten, stuff like that doesn't happen if there's no consequences. Usually in stories it's like Chekhov's gun. So, well, it would be a cool little subversion of the Chekhov's gun thing if he got bitten and didn't even die by then, and it was completely inconsequential. But
Yeah.
I guess it's a simpler story for a simpler game than that.
That's true.
That's completely
So
fine.
the idea was that, yeah, I wanted his transition to be very gradual over the course of the chapter. Like, the first levels are still normal, and then during the Jade Cube and the Vault of Flesh, he says very little and isn't really super helpful anymore. And then by the time you get to Moranon and Geonosis, he's really completely ambiguous and doesn't really care if you actually succeed and isn't really helpful at all. And yeah, you just reached the... Sorry.
Okay, you keep saying that, but I don't remember him like being too helpful like ever. He was always stating the most obvious thing of the picture, and
but what I wanted to say was that
he wasn't even trying.
When you go into the spider cave in Moranon, he's actually mocking you for venturing there, rather than just saying beware or something. Yeah, this is what, like, the human side is fighting with the demonic side of him, and well, you will see which side wins when you play through the entire game. But I can promise you things are going to get very, very nitty-gritty in 7.
Ooh. Yeah, yes, 7. Looking forward to this level.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the Let's Play video, because I will not be on there. I will be a spectator.
Yeah, but sadly Hippocat pretty much guessed by this point what's going to happen there. But I think actually seeing it in person is going to still have quite an impact.
Yeah, maybe if you're in for a big recording, you could actually do the 2 last levels in one big recording, but you really should bring some time.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to try and fit it like that, because I'm much more comfortable now with I like last, I think, 1 or 2 episodes I didn't have to split into parts, and it was really, really refreshing by contrast, because even though splitting is completely like a trivial action, I still get sick and tired of doing that every single time. And especially since I'm moving on to the new version of Vegas with 64-bit, which actually should probably work with bigger files. I may not have to do that ever again after I finish this Let's Play. And that's, I don't know, I don't really want to have to do it for the very last update of the series.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, next time with Hippocat we're going to 7, and next time with Hippocat we're going to here, Final Destination. I already made the joke, I think even 2 times. It's a pity, because I don't have any other jokes about the Final Destination. If I remember anything from the movies, I probably...
Yeah, it's not a direct reference to the movies, but yeah.
Well, like, it's a common phrase, and my jokes were never even about the movies. I am about the Super Smash Bros. Stage Final Destination, which features nothing, and for that reason players find it the most fair to play on, because there's like no obstacles, nothing on it. And when it's like serious competitive matches, they always usually play on that, because I don't know, that's dumb and not relevant to the word in question. So yeah, goodbye and see you. Don't know when Hippocat's free. After a day after Hippocat's free, you'll see this video, because it takes time to render and upload and a lot of effort, and I really should be getting paid for this, but I'm not. So goodbye.
Yeah, bye from me as well. Thanks for having been here, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the 2 last recordings.